first speaker, it's William!
Hey.
I'm sorry, I've got no speech, it's just off the top of my head. For the last 4 weeks, all I've been hearing of people, have you got a speech ready, you got a speech ready. It's just lovely to see my daughter happy. Her and Rachel's a lovely day, and they're a perfect couple. Someone's made my daughter really happy, and I can't wish for anything else. A few little stories about my daughter, I'm sorry, is this. When she was 4, we was on a bus, and we was going to a friend of ours, and Beverly said, "Can I have one of them, Dad?" I went, "What are you talking about?" She said, "One of them monkeys." I went, "Beverly." And we had to apologise to the girl's mum and dad. It was a little coloured lad. That was Beverly. She always put her foot in it. Nothing else, but always put her foot in it. And that's our Bev. She never thinks, and she just puts her foot straight in. But
about that one?
there's 2 people who's not here today, and they would love to be here. It's Rachel's grandma and my mum. My mum puts Beverly at the top of the ladder. She says she's the perfect mother and grandmother, and you couldn't wish for a better person. And that's what my mum says. She's the B's and D's of my mum. Like my family will all tell you, we're only good in my mum's eyes when we've been and seen her. But Beverly, she's never had a bad word about Beverly. And that's all I got to say. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bill, for that lovely speech. I've only got a little one, so I won't be too long.
Yeah, it's true.
I want to thank everyone for coming here today to help us celebrate the marriage of Rachel and Bev. And it's great to be standing here today. I've heard that some people have come a long way from Essex and Iceland. Some guys on there. So some of you know me as Rachel's dad, or Vic. But I'm here as father of bride today, which is a title I've been waiting years to say. Well, 49 years ago this year, I promised Dorcas that I wouldn't fall in love with anybody else. But 5 years after that, Rachel came along, and I couldn't keep that promise anymore. I fell in love with her straight away. She was a little bundle of yellow blonde hair, blue eyes, and an English rose complexion. I couldn't do anything but fall in love all over again. Now, some people ask me the secret of our long marriage. It'll be 50 years next year. Well, we make time to go out twice a week. I go out Tuesdays, she goes out Fridays. I keep all the certificates from my time as a policeman and as a soldier, but the most precious I have, which I keep nearby, is a little handwritten note from Rachel which says, "I love you, Papa." As a girl, we'd often find her flopped in front of the TV watching her favourite film, The Dirty Dozen. She watched it so many times that she could say the script as they said it on the screen. I think she had a thing for Clint Eastwood. And if you look closely at Bev, you can see the resemblance. As Rachel grew and eventually left home, it was a sad time, that empty nest syndrome. But now I could listen to my music in my car. When we first met Bev, I was researching black magic in the codes for a short story I was writing. And I found out that Rachel had told Bev that I could read minds. So I remember the first time I met Bev, she was looking at me with a funny look on her face, wondering if I could read her mind. Yes, I can. I couldn't have asked for a better partner for Rachel. Bev is a beautiful woman, inside and out. And she's helped us in too many ways to mention here, but having her in our lives has made every day special. To wish them well in Polish, I would say 100 lat, which means 100 years of happiness. And I'd like to wish that to Rachel and Bev, but obviously that would mean Rachel would be 144 and Bev would be a little bit older. Anyway, please raise your glasses and say 100 lat to Rachel and Bev.
100 lat.
And now my little friend here, Peanut.
I was actually sitting down, but now I'm standing up.
You are standing up.
So I'm saying, brides, Lord Vic,
Oh yeah, lad.
Lady Haythorne's wait over there.
Oh, yeah, she's over there.
And the rest of the ladies and gentlemen, and those who are not yet sure. Thank you for all for coming to share this special day. My wife Kaz and I had the good fortune to meet Rachel and Bev in February 2015, not 1915, on a weekend away in the Lake District at a guest house where unknowingly we'd all been to before, separately. After the evening meal, we chatted over a few drinks into the wee small hours and formed a friendship straight away. We then discovered that we would shortly live very near to each other as we were moving to Erling and they were going to Glazebrook, and so our friendship blossomed. We have spent many fun evenings, usually mostly involving alcohol, playing Mexican train, dressing up for Mexican night, and a German night, when after a few Jägermeisters, Rachel thought that she could reach that spot over there in Twister, even though the others were shouting no. This ended up in her collapsing on top of me, which resulted in an operation to repair my shoulder.
I've said
tendon.
sorry a million times.
But despite this, we have remained firm friends. So much so that Rachel and Bev invited us to go on holiday with them in October 2016 to Costa Teguise. He was on the Teguise table in Lanzarote. And Rachel told us she was going to propose to Bev while we were away and gave Kaz a sock with a ring to hold for safekeeping until their anniversary day. So the morning of their anniversary, Rachel suddenly sprung on Kaz and I over breakfast, because I think Bev was putting a slap on as usual, that she had a surprise. She was going to propose to Bev right then. Oh, God. So while we nervously waited, Rachel said to Bev, come and follow this piece of string.
Ribbon.
Or ribbon even. Oh, it was very posh. Ribbon. Right through the apartment, and it had lots of notes and little love things and anecdotes and things on it. And it went right through the apartment until it ended up in their bedroom. And at the end of it was the box. So eventually they returned together and we said with bated breath, so what did she say? And of course the answer was yes. Pure bloody last Rachel. Which brings us to this fantastic day. So it's been a privilege to be invited to be Rachel's best woman, and now I'd like to propose a toast to the wonderful couple. So please be upstanding, raise your glasses to Rachel and Bev. Rachel and Bev.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jan.
And have one more.
I just wanted to say a few things, and I know it's not normal for the bride's mother to say something, but then our family's not normal. I first met Rachel, it was on a Friday. It was July the 15th, 1977, at precisely 5:15. It was just in time for a tea. When she was put in my arms, I fell in love with her, and I thought I already loved her after carrying her for a long 9 months. But we just looked at each other, and her gorgeous blue eyes, her golden eyelashes, her pinky cheeks, I just kept falling more and more in love with her. She was perfect, with a chubby little face, my own Lucy Atwell baby. I'd always loved the artist Lucy Atwell and her paintings of babies and children, and I've got lots of pictures and books of them. And now, here she was, my own beautiful baby girl, just out of the pages of a book. But she never slept. She was too nosy. She wouldn't go to sleep, and she only started sleeping through the night when she began primary school.
Sorry, Mum.
Rachel's a very sociable person, very loving, and she loves her family. Her idea of heaven is being snowed in with loads of food, loads of games to play, and a big fire, and all her family round her. She didn't walk until she was over 18 months old. Not because she couldn't. She was quite happy to be carried or pushed in her buggy. Walking didn't come easy to Rachel. Why walk when someone else can walk and carry you? Anyway, when she started play school, Vic bought me a bike, and he put a basket on the front and a child seat at the back for Rachel, and she loved it. She would be shouting, "Go faster," and would shout, "Aya, Aya," to everybody who passed by, and my bike would get all wobbly and have to shout, "Stop moving about." Rachel loves people. If someone knocked on the door, it would be a race to see who got there first. But if she stood right on her tippy toes, she could just manage to open the door. And it didn't matter who was standing there. Milkman, postman, stranger, she would say, "Hiya, come in." She might not have wanted to walk, but she could talk and she could sing. And on her first birthday, we have her on tape. Yes, that's how old we are. We have her on tape singing "Happy Birthday" to herself, as well as the family singing. And she didn't crawl like a normal baby. Oh no, she would go down flat on her tummy and move forward like a commando, except for the rifle. I could tell you much more about my beautiful daughter, but people don't want long speeches. But before I end, I would like to say that we've had our ups and downs, but when Rachel met Bev, it was the best thing to happen. They are both Canisaria, both love family, and best of all, because when Rachel met Bev, I now have another friend, another best friend, and she's like a daughter to me. I might have not given birth to you, Bev, but you're in my heart. And I wish you all the best in life together for a long, long time. I've gained a daughter, and I have two beautiful daughters.
Oh, thank you.
I've turned it off.
Oh, we turned it off, sorry.
Press it up. Push it up.
This bit's not organised.
Mind your nails.
1, 2, 1, 2.
There's a green light comes on.
Did you hear that one again?
Yeah. Oh,
Right, ready? you. I'm only kidding. Right, I'm going to give some gifts out now, but before we do, myself and Rachel would just like to thank everybody that's come today to share our day. It's lovely to have you all together. I've missed you all so much with COVID, so I'm just going to give out some gifts now. I'd like Mother of the Brownies. Mum.
very nice.
A nice gift to say thank you for everything.
Oh, wow.
Gift for you.
Oh, wow, thanks.
It's the hat you
Thank
want
you
to wear.
for everything that you've done.
Bit like that. It's an Easter egg.
And now the that.
Wow. Alright. It's a giant Easter egg.
And it's a gift just to say thank you for your support. Okay. And Mr. Vic,
Thank you very much.
thank you for everything you've done.
Back.
Jan.
And for the best woman, Jan, thank you so much.
It's not an Easter egg.
It's not an Easter egg.
No.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
To my maid of honour, Leanne, thank you for everything.
It's a couple of
Cheers,
minutes.
Cock.
You said you're a little one earlier.
Favourite.
Where's Natalie? Come on, bridesmaid.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you. Yes.
Say thank you. Beautiful.
And I think there's an early name.
Ellie and me.
Now, you know you've had your necklace and your bracelet for today. There's just something else for you. Thank you, darling. You look beautiful. I love you. Kiss, kiss.
And that's it. Sorry, Sophie.
Sophie Grace. Another beautiful. Don't forget, you've had the same as Ellie. And that's just for being our beautiful bridesmaid. A kiss.
Why don't set yourself on fire, Bev?
The trees. Keep the trees.
Oh, and all your trees with your names on, please take them. They're all for you.
And there's little wooden hearts there that are leaves that we'd like you to write a message on and hang it on the tree.
And Grayson, you've already had your gift because you wouldn't wait. Well, thank you for doing our page boy. Love you. Thanks, everyone.
Right, now get drunk.
Hooray! 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 Hooray!
Can I open it now?